Hey traders, welcome to the free video. So today I wanted to talk about some consumer staples products, primarily Clorox. So, initially when the whole coronavirus situation started, I really didn't want to do anything with Clorox except for trade it on a shorter term time frame because I felt like it was pretty volatile just with the overall situation. But at this point, this is kind of stabilized. We obviously have this ongoing coronavirus situation that's not ending anytime soon, and the technicals have calmed down. So we had this initial, euphoric spike of people buying Clorox because Costco's overflowing and this and that, and you can't get Clorox anywhere. So this was really that initial speculative spike, and now I feel like it's settled down, and now I feel like we can look at it for an actual technical setup. I love the cup and handle pattern. I love the way it held the 50 period simple. I love the squeeze. I love the positive volume. I love the upcoming earnings report. I like the color of the candles. Basically everything about it looks good. So I think that we can look at this for an actual swing trade now. So looking at the overall targets, there's definitely going to be some overhead resistance. You have overhead resistance around 195, around the 200 area. So I think that this is the easy target area on Clorox, with this being the full extension target. Now, this isn't a stock that really moves too much except for this crazy move right here. So I do think it's easier to just target the easy target, and that's still going to be about an 18-point move, especially with earnings coming up. So how would I do it? Well, you're currently trading at 181. It would be better to get in around 172, but let's not be too dick for a tick here. The earnings report's going to be down in this series, so typically I like to avoid selling spreads or buying butterflies in an earnings series because of the rising vol. But I do like buying long calls. So looking at a long call in Clorox, it's not going to be cheap. It's probably going to cost you about $15, but that would be a longer term swing trade, holding a long call into the earnings report, but not through, looking for a price and IV increase going into earnings. The next thing that you could do is just continually put credit spreads on this thing. So, obviously the spreads are not ideal. You have about a $2 spread right here. If you could get a little bit better of a fill, especially during market hours. I'm making this video after market hours. Selling put credit spreads would make sense if you could get about a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio and do it at the money. The other thing that I like to do is I like to buy bullish butterflies. So, if you're trading at 181 and you have about a $200 price target, you could definitely come up here and try to target the 200 price target. Now, I don't know if these spreads are this awful because the market's closed. I would have to check it again tomorrow during market hours. I know that the spreads on Clorox aren't really ideal, but those are the three strategies I would primarily look at, with the long call or just the long stock being the best option, especially when you have option spreads that are just so wacky. So that's primarily what I'm looking at as far as, trade in equities is concerned. So, people have been asking me a lot, like, hey, Danielle, what have you been doing lately? How have you been trading? And so I wanted to put together this webinar. You go to simplertrading.com/mayhem, MAYHEM. And this is exactly where I'm going to be talking about, how to trade the market momentum that we're seeing in this overall market. We're seeing huge momentum to the upside, to the downside, big moves in volatility. Primarily, I've been focusing on trading the indexes. So I like to do a lot of that. Of course, you guys know me, I like equities as well. But right now, I'm finding a lot of really good opportunities just trading the indexes on both a swing and day trade basis. So we're going to be talking about all of that. It's going to include trading options, trading futures, all that good stuff, along with the cash indexes. So make sure you join me, simplertrading.com/mayhem, and I will see you in the next one.